Welcome to another episode of AXIOM TV. I'm your humble host, Jason B. Sarib, also known as Brave Mind, the King of the North, as well as the Antichrist. I've got another interesting topic for you today, and this time we'll be discussing aliens. It seems to be a topic that comes up often, as if it is a topic worth discussing, as if it is a meaningful topic. So I've decided to put my focus towards it, at least in this video. Um, the question is why we really want there to be aliens. Why we desire for there to be aliens. Now, our Cold War with the Soviet Union started in 1947 and it ended approximately in 1991. What's interesting about this is that astronomer Frank Drake, during the early part of this serious competition of empire that threatened all of life, not just human life, all life on Earth, became fixated with finding extraterrestrial life in the cosmos. To support his curiosity, he formulated a mathematical equation, referred to as the Drake equation, to prove that the presence of other intelligent life in the cosmos was possible. He wasn't looking for a simple alien life, but life that would be either equally or more intelligent than ourselves. This particular aspect I found revealing. Allow me to decode it for you, or translate. First thing is, I've already explained in a previous Facebook post on my personal webpage that since human beings are a social species, it is logical that we desire for there to be other life beyond our planet, beyond our own planet. We look to the other planets and speculate about the reason for their presence, not to mention the thought that we could be the only creatures like ourselves in all of the cosmos. That can be scary of a scary thought of extreme isolation for some. I'd compare it to being locked away for a protracted duration in Supermax, if you will, when you look at life like in such a way. Second, my ambition, or second, this ambition of seeking alien life is irrational, ultimately, due to the fact that though we had a very real threat within our own species at the time, the USSR and its nuclear capabilities, Mr. Drake thought to look past that and focus on an inconsequential possibility of there being alien life somewhere in the cosmos that we needed to seek out, rather than confront, confront the mortal threat that we were facing. The fact that he was not taken seriously at first, or initially, and gained more and more support with time, makes me wonder how serious was the threat of nuclear war at all. It's the equivalent of the present nuclear threat from North Korea that we hear of, but our president and his supporters instead choosing to focus on Colin Kaepernick kneeling to, for all intents and purposes, a propaganda symbol. Also, aside from the Soviet threat, human society is rife with all types of self-imposed problems that we haven't given sincere efforts in solving yet. This renders Mr. Drake's ambitions unreasonable at best. It just doesn't make any sense intellectually. um, not for a self proclaiming intelligent species as we do and as we supposedly are. Third, the Fermi paradox, which challenges the Drake equation aside. Despite all of the many claims of alien abductions and sightings, alien conspiracy theories that thrive even today, and television series and shows and movies addressing the issue, the fact is that there is no credible evidence whatsoever of any alien encounter, ever, neither locally nor in outer space. Let's not forget our affinity as a human society um, and species for legends, myths, and embellishment, which is why the entertainment industry is so prevalent and so financially successful and has such a grip on human society. Lastly, even if we did find alien life, the best we could do is communicate with them via radio waves, being that the current theory of the movement of the universe is that other galaxies are moving away from us. It's also been estimated to eventually be that they'll eventually be out of the vision of our most powerful telescopes. This would mean that if ever we were to establish contact via radio waves with um, the third kind, both sides of the correspondence, ourselves and them, would be growing further and further apart, literally, with each moment. We must also accept that alien species would have the same limitations of space travel that we struggle against. That being limited materials, um, as well as the rigors and low margin for error that accompanies such undertakings. If such a species could physically reach us, that would mean that it would possess far superior technology not only to reach us, but to conquer us or annihilate us, as if we're not already doing that ourselves. On a side note, what I find laughable is the claims by some that aliens would go through all of that risk and trouble simply to observe us, like a shy voyeur, a peeping Tom. I chalk that up to thinking in best case scenarios. So, in conclusion, when all of these factors are considered intellectually, you know what? Slash intellectually, the intellects have gotten us nowhere when it comes to the questions of life. So, when all of those factors are considered cerebrally, our seeking of alien life is not a rational or serious endeavor whatsoever. If anything, it plays to our emotions. It indicates our restlessness with our own reality here on Earth. Effectively, it demonstrates that human beings have become bored with ourselves. And when we consider our treatment of each other on an international basis as well as domestically, we are either seeking to find aliens in order to steal their resources or concepts, subjugate them, or to discover a new enemy. Anyone who has studied human history and is up to date on current affairs couldn't possibly think we are searching for aliens in order to make friends with them. Only the naive who are lost in poetic and romanticized notions would entertain that sentiment. The ruling few are just trying to repeat imperialism slash colonization only on a higher order of magnitude. What are your thoughts? Um, I welcome any of your comments, and hit the like and share button if you find cerebral values, pardon me, in these videos, and hit the bell icon, subscribe to Axiom TV, and hit the bell icon to receive future alerts of postings. Thinker salute. Thank you.